to Archerfield Airport's Airside bus tour. Our Airside tour today starts on the eastern side of the airport at gate number 1, our main gate. Soon we will be travelling south before making our way to the western boundary using taxiway Alpha.
Whoa.
We will then travel back east along taxiway Bravo towards the terminal building, where you will see many of the original hangars. In 1855, Thomas Grenier purchased 640 acres, or about 259 hectares, of some of the best grazing land in the district for £1,920. It was subdivided into 3 farms known as Umarapelli, Stoneleigh and Franklin's Farm, which was also known as Archersfield. Part of this land is now Archerfield Airport. Thomas Grenier died in 1877 and was buried at the cemetery on his property. This is now known as Grenier's Cemetery or God's Acre, which is located at the main entrance to the airport. Mr. Brain, the Qantas chief flying instructor, landed his giant Moth aircraft on Franklin's Farm on the western side of the current airport to determine its suitability as an airfield. In 1928, the Brisbane City Council surveyed the area in July 1929 and they renamed it Archerfield to distinguish it from the surrounding residential and farming areas. The government purchased land from 1929 through to 1942.
Oh, that's a GIS Nomad, I'm pretty sure.
Known as God's Acre in 1946, resulting in a total area of 8,250 acres or 3,339 hectares. 2 gravel strips, 1,524 metres long, were built and the aerodrome started operations. After the first hangars were built, Qantas moved their operations from Eagle Farm to Archerfield, and the airport was officially opened on the 1st of April 1931. In 1931, Qantas, Trans-Australia Airways or TAA, New England Airways and Australian National Airways or ANA moved
Government
from Eagle
aircraft
Farm
factories
to
Nomad,
Archerfield, as did the Queensland Aero Club, which was established in 1919. The Royal Queensland Aero Club was the world's oldest flying school and counted among its members aviation pioneers like Loris Bonney, Bert Hinkler and Charles Kingsford Smith. Unfortunately, the Royal Queensland Aero Club went into receivership in 2017. However, the club was reformed later that year to continue its heritage under a new independent and not-for-profit charter. RQAC members now hold regular social events in their clubhouse in the old Shell building near Hangar 5. Following World War II, the airlines moved their operations back to Eagle Farm and Archerfield assumed its role as a general aviation airport, focusing on flight training, and by the early 1990s, aircraft movements peaked at approximately 320,000 per year. Also located on the southern apron is the Queensland Air Force Cadets No. 2 Wing. The Australian Air Force Cadets, or AAFC, is a youth-oriented organisation that is administered and actively supported by the Royal Australian Air Force. We are now travelling west on taxiway Alpha with the air traffic control tower located at the southern fence line to your left. The tower was originally located on top of the terminal building and was dismantled and rebuilt on its current site in 1974. During the day, the Archerfield airspace is controlled by the tower from 7 AM to 5 PM. After these hours, the pilots manage in uncontrolled airspace by fly, see and avoid using the radio and Brisbane Centre for Clearances. Archerfield Airport has 4 runways. 2 of them are sealed and 2 are grass runways. To your right you will see our main runway, 10 left, 28 right, which we will cross at the western end. This runway is sealed and 1,577 metres long. To your left you will notice our second runway, 10 right, 28 left, which is also sealed and 1,100 metres long. As part of the defence of Australia, particularly after Pearl Harbor, Archerfield Airport became a military airfield for the Royal Australian Air Force, the British Royal Air Force, the United States Army Air Forces, and the US Navy, and also the Netherlands East Indies Air Force and the Royal Naval Fleet Air Arm, which were all involved in the Southwest Pacific area. Throughout the war, a large variety of US Air Force bomber and fighter aircraft transited the airport. They included B-24 Liberators, B-18 Bolos, B-17 Flying Fortresses,
Whoa.
B-26 Marauders, and A-24 Dauntless aircraft. Archerfield was home to the RAAF's No. 2 Elementary Flying Training School, which arrived from Richmond on the 27th of December 1939 with its 15 Tiger Moths. No. 2 Air Ambulance Unit, RAAF, was based at Archerfield from 1944 to 1946. Their aircraft were fitted out to carry stretchers, and the larger aircraft carried doctors and nurses. The war in the Pacific ended in 1945.
Ground bus 1 at Alpha 8, request to cross 28 right.
Yep.
Bus 1 holding short of 28 right at Alpha 8.
That's the actual runway. And that's a helicopter. Is that helicopter used for private transport, or is it to... yeah, it's private transport, because if it was a police helicopter or an ambulance helicopter, it would have markings or something.
Just give way to him.
Probably, I don't think so. Brandenburg markings or something.
Expect departure from Bravo 7. I'll just get the bus moving now. Copy
Bus 1, copy that. Proceed on Bravo.
We are now at the western side of the airport. To your left sits the new Life Flight Clive Berghofer Maintenance Centre. This facility was built in conjunction with Archerfield Airport Corporation at a cost of $26 million and was opened in August 2024. The corporate hangar complex on your left, constructed in 2006, was designed to accommodate large corporate aircraft. The complex is home to the Queensland Government Air Wing Rescue 500 helicopter operations, which operate AW139 Augusta Westland helicopters. They conduct aeromedical retrieval and emergency rescue, organ transfers, assist with natural disasters, as well as the transport of government officers. Also located at the Western Precinct are the Pole Air helicopters, the police helicopters. Heading back east.
Ground bus 1 on taxiway Bravo, request to cross 04 left and 04 right.
Bus 1 on Bravo, cross 04 left and 04 right.
Bus 1 on Bravo, crossing 04 left, 04 right.
It's a terminal building on taxiway Bravo. We will be crossing 2 grass runways, 04 left and 04 right. Runway 04 left is 1,245 metres long, and runway 04 right is 1,100 metres long. Both runways have sealed threshold and grass surfaces. Also to your left you will see the main helipad, as well as the main windsock, which is lit at night. Archerfield Airport has a Bureau of Meteorology weather cam installed, which can be accessed online for live weather updates and broadcasts through the media. Many notable persons trained and flew from Archerfield in the early years. Bert Hinckley, a World War I fighter pilot and pioneer aviator, was the first person to fly solo from England in 1928 to Darwin in 15 days. And then he was the first person to fly solo across the southern Atlantic from Brazil to Africa in 1931. Loris Moni flew her Gypsy Moth VH-UPV, affectionately known as My Little Ship.
That's the helicopter I was talking about, William.
She became the first woman aviator to circumnavigate Australia in 1932. And then she flew 20,000 kilometres solo from Archerfield Airport to England in 1934. One of the most outstanding flights was completed by Sir Charles Kingsford Smith in his aircraft the Southern Cross from Archerfield to San Francisco during 1934,
wow,
being the first west to east crossing of the Pacific Ocean. Ahead is the famous Art Deco terminal building, which was built in 1941 by the Department of Civil Aviation at a cost of £15,000. It has heritage significance as it is one of 3 Art Deco terminal buildings built around Australia at that time. Now with only 2 remaining, the other one is at Archerfield Airport in South Australia.
It was the original airport for South Australia, for Adelaide. Yes. Yep.
As we are going past the terminal building, we will start heading north using taxiway Juliet.
Yep.
With Archerfield being the main airport in Brisbane in the 1930s, these were busy times and numerous hangars and buildings were constructed, including the combined control.
I think someone started their aircraft, and that's a Fairchild Metroliner. That's actually a Fairchild Metroliner. It's one of the biggest aircraft you would find there. We might be able to capture a video of it departing. That's a Fairchild Metroliner. It's one of the biggest aircraft they can depart from there. It's usually, this one's a freight aircraft, but they were designed to seat 19 passengers. King Air.
It was originally the primary base varying flights from Australia to England. This hangar received a major refurbishment in 2015 and is now home to Archerfield Jet Base. To the right you will see hangar number 3 and hangar number 4. These hangars house Flight 1 Academy School of Engineering and provide international standard classroom space for Flight 1 and the Australian Wings Academy, as well as safe hangarage for Flight 1 and selected clients. Travelling along taxiway Juliet, you will see more original hangars to your right and the 2-storey building occupied by Baz Air Aviation College. Baz Air is one of the largest flight training organisations in Australia and has over 150 students. Many of the aircraft you see on the area to your left belong to Baz Air and are used for flight training. These aircraft are tied down by steel cables to prevent them from moving or toppling over during high winds. The northern end of taxiway Juliet is mostly used by helicopter operators, with another helipad located at the end of the taxiway hotel. The airport was privatised in 1998 and leased to the Archerfield Airport Corporation, or AAC, from the Commonwealth Government for 100 years. AAC has injected significant capital into the repair, restoration and renewal of the airport precinct. There have been many significant improvements and additions to Archerfield over these years, including the current construction of Hangar 101 on the eastern apron, the corporate hangars on Wirraway Avenue, the aviation student accommodation and training complex on Grunion Drive, the Superior Aviation Building on Ditchman Avenue, and the upgrade to runway 10 left and 28 right, where the runway was extended 160 metres and strengthened so that it can service larger, more modern, high-performance aircraft. As part of these works, Archerfield Airport Corporation also replaced the airfield ground lighting with more efficient and environmentally sensitive LED lighting, making the runway safer for 24/7 operation, particularly in periods of reduced visibility. Archerfield is looking towards an extremely bright future with provisions for modern facilities to promote the future growth of aviation in southeast Queensland and to support the region and greater Queensland. Archerfield Airport is a significant airport for Queensland and provides a vibrant economy hub with unique opportunities to expand in the metropolitan area. Our Airside tour will end where we left off at gate number 1. We hope you enjoyed the trip and hope to see you back
so
at
much
Archerfield
fun.
Airport again in a very near future.
We actually saw like quite a few great aircraft.
Just watch your